All right, Tara, thanks for coming down today to Anderson Football Academy.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we're delighted to have you. And it's even better today because you're our first guest on Anderson Asks. So where we're going to get people all in the game, involved in the game, get them to tell their stories, any advice, and so far how their career is going. So I suppose we'll start off with, now everyone sees Tara Hanlon, the girls at Manchester City, the hero of Castleknock, right? If you had to go back 5 years in time and tell that Tara she'd be playing at Manchester City now, what would she be thinking?
Oh God, great question. Yeah, look, to be honest, I don't think I wouldn't have believed it. Obviously, I kind of always had like faith in myself, and I knew that this is what I wanted to do. But I think if you had asked younger me if I thought I'd be playing for Man City, yeah, I definitely don't think I would have believed it.
Yeah. So like, but even back then, let's say 5 to 10 years ago, was that always the goal? Like, that was your vision, your dream, like?
Yeah, definitely. I think I knew from like a young age that I loved the sport. It was something that I was good at. It was something people told me I was good at, and I think the love that I had for it, I just knew that like one day, like I want this to be my job. Like I want it to be my life.
Yeah. Right. So far it's going fairly well. But if you're looking back now, what would be that first moment through your, let's say, teenage years that you thought this could be it? Like I can do this. Like this moment that maybe it was a performance, a match.
Yeah, definitely. I think getting called up for Ireland at underage, I think that for me was kind of, like, this might actually be something. And then I know the first moment where I thought, I might be able to become a professional footballer is I went training with Chelsea when I think I was about 16.
Wow.
And to be in that environment and experience like being with those professional players like the likes of Sam Kerr and all them, I thought, wow, okay, yeah. this is I might have a chance of making this happen.
Yeah, it's the big time. So when you did go over the city and you go to their facilities for the first time, and what was that moment like? What hit you straight away, like?
Going to Chelsea.
Or Man City, when you moved over to Man City now, like.
Do you know what it was? I think it was my first day in there, and I'd gone in to do like all my media and like do your photo shoots and all that stuff. And my agent brought me into the canteen, and all the players were sitting in having lunch, and my agent would be friends with Chloe Kelly now, so he called Chloe over, and she comes over to me and gives me like a big hug, and I just remember here like I'm after meeting Chloe Kelly.
Yeah. Like
it's a bit of a surreal moment, because now I look back at it and I'm like, I'm friends with all of these players, but when I come in at first, you're like a bit taken aback because you're like all these professional players. Like, it was a bit overwhelming. Yeah, a little bit.
And do you think when you walked into that moment, seeing players like Chloe Kelly, like the stature they have, how long did it take before you felt like, I'm as good as these, I'm one of these? Or did you have that belief going in?
I don't think I'm there yet. No, but I know what you mean. I think, to be fair, we have a really, really great group there.
Yeah.
And I think all of the players put in like a lot of effort to make me feel really welcome. Obviously, I was only young. I was like 18, moving away from home.
Yeah,
I was injured at the time. So I think in that perspective, I'm very lucky. Like we have such an amazing group at the club over the last 3 years that I've been there. And everyone just kind of put their arms around me and took me in straight away. So in that perspective, I think within like the first week or two, I had maybe settled.
Yeah.
But it was always in the back of my mind, like looking around thinking like, wow, the caliber of players that I'm around. And like, I want to be there one day.
Wow, yeah. And you speak about injuries there. It's such a hard thing for players to overcome. Like, as you got your chance now, and then you have to, it's a negative, you're thinking, oh no, injury. How have you mentally dealt with that and continued to push on?
Yeah, look, I think it's really difficult. I think my situation wasn't one that you kind of see very often. Like I went to City and they signed me injured.
Yeah.
So there was never really that pressure on me that I had to go and like perform straight away, because my first couple of months there was focused on rehab and like getting back fit. And I think I've had setbacks, and unfortunately the first 2 years there it was kind of setback after setback. So I think mentally that was really tough for me, because I had moved over, got my dream, and then obviously you move over, become a professional footballer. The goal is to be playing football.
Yeah.
And when you can't do that, it's really difficult, especially coming into a new environment. Like I just wanted to like prove myself and like show the girls what I was about. And I wasn't able to do that on the pitch. So I think for me, it was just kind of, I had to really take it one day at a time and just focus on myself, focus on getting back fit, so then I can go and then do what I'm there to do.
Brilliant. I'm glad you're back now, and hopefully you can push on now in the summer.
Thank you.
In terms of these characters you speak of, would there be one character, maybe not even straight away, someone that the more you got to know them, you went, wow, this is why they're a footballer, like the strong personality they have, maybe? Or
yeah, I think Alex Greenwood is a big one that comes to mind for me. I think Alex is she's Alex Greenwood. I don't really need to say much else. She's a leader on and off the pitch, but I think she really cares about not only like the club but like the players that she's around, and she like was one of the big people to kind of put an arm around me and kind of help me get through all the setbacks. But like I think that's just like what the club is about. I think I could name every player on the team, to be honest. Like they're all just
sure, when you make it to that level, and I'm sure you agree, you have to be a mentality monster. You have to be a personality, don't you? You can't shy away from challenges, or you have to push on and keep driving, isn't it?
Yeah, and I think that's the environment that we're in. And I think that's that's why the girls were so successful this season in winning the league, is because we've created that environment where everyone is on the same page, everyone has the same goals in mind, and we're really like working as a team to like bring the best out of each other.
Brilliant. Yeah, well, I hope you do well now this year.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. In terms of players now, double-sided question. Who's the best player you've played with, and who's been the toughest opponent you've played against?
You're going to stitch me up here, because if I say something, then I'm going to get in trouble for not saying someone else.
Or give me even a few if you would like.
The best player I've played with, I think I will say Alex de Grant. Obviously, that's like an obvious answer.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
I think her leadership on and off the pitch.
Yeah.
I think she drives the standards around her. I think she makes all the players around her better, and she's just so calm on the ball that it brings almost a calmness to the whole team. I think I also have to say Viv. Viv is like definitely like up there. Like I've never seen someone who controls the ball as well as she does. Like it moves with her. Yeah. And it's just incredible to watch. You're just like looking, and she makes things look so easy. But then when you actually take a step back and like look at you, like, how's she done that?
Yeah, that gliding technique.
Yeah, I'm like, how have you done that? So I would say definitely. But I could name so many players.
Yeah, of course. Imagine like the level you play at. Every player has something that they bring to the table.
Yeah, exactly.
And then who would you say you're closest to in the dressing room?
Closest to in the dressing room? What, City?
Yeah. Or it's Celtic, who you're just out on.
Celtic, I would say Chloe Craig and Evie Rabjon.
Yeah.
Those are my two pals.
Three amigos type thing, was it?
Yeah, definitely. And then at City, I would say Laura Coombs, but now she's unfortunately retired and she's leaving me. But yeah, definitely all the girls at City, I'd be really close to all of them.
So another thing I just wanted to mention to you and get your thought process on. Obviously, we see it everywhere. The women's game is just absolutely thriving in terms of development, the money being put into it, the success we're seeing. Do you feel we're seeing that more at the professional level now at the top, or it's more at the grassroots level we're seeing that progress?
I think definitely we're seeing it in both. Like even like if to look at my own club, like City, we've just built our new building for the women's team. Before that, we were sharing with the academy, and I think they've just spent £11 million like making our new building. So I think seeing that is something that young girls can look at and go like, there's really a future in this.
Absolutely.
And I think even more so it's important because now when we look back at the grassroots, we're saying, right, well, we need to up the standards even more, because even like today when I've gone to see some like underage games, and like the quality of player we have now in the underage for girls, when you look back maybe like to my age when there wasn't any girls teams, you're thinking, wow, like they've already made massive steps. So I think if we can keep improving that and keep rising the standards, then it's going to really take off.
And especially here in Ireland, you're seeing the development of the Women's League of Ireland game at underage. And again, that's in recent years took up with more age groups, more qualified coaches going in, especially women's coaches. It's brilliant to see. I think it's so important that the girls remember that it's there for them now. The opportunity's there that 100%. Maybe you, and especially the women before you, might not have had. So the opportunities are there. Once they put their mind to it and mentality, they can make it. Like
100%. Like I think even for me, like I'm lucky in terms of the stuff that I had when I was that age. I think for me it was already kind of reaching that level where we were putting more into it. But like I've played with the likes of Karen Duggan and like seeing what the Ireland women's team had to go through when they had to change outfits in the airport and all that stuff. Like since then the game has grown so much and we've gotten so much out of it. So I think if we can just keep pushing on and keep rising the standards.
And two more questions. One I've just thought of. As a Chelsea fan, I have to ask.
Oh God.
Sam Kerr, how good is she? Like when you went over and seen her, like some of the things she does and some of the goals she scored is just like, it's mental.
Do you know one thing that I remember saying after that week of training? I just thought she knows where the goal is. Like her instincts are just like, as soon as the ball gets to her feet and she's within a certain parameter, like she knows where everything is and she just shoots. She doesn't even need to be looking, and like it just goes in. And I just remember thinking like, there's a lot of top strikers in the world, but not a lot can do the things that she does.
That's it. players like that, you see them where you can work on finishing. Some players are top finishes, but they aren't there at that exact moment. And
it's instinct, and she just has that instinct.
That's brilliant. So finally, I wanted to ask you, to any listeners out there, any young players, if you were to give one, doesn't have to be football advice, just one piece of advice, or it can be football, what would you give them?
Just one piece of advice.
One piece of advice. Maybe something you got.
I think I would just say, work hard.
Yeah.
Like, if you really want something, go after it, go and get it, because whether it happens or whether it doesn't happen, I think one thing that I live by is I don't want any regrets.
Yeah.
So I think even like years ago, before I had signed my first professional, I thought 10 years time, like, I don't want to be looking back having regrets because I didn't work hard enough at something. I think if you can look back and say, yeah, I gave it my all, whether it happened, whether it didn't happen, I think you can take pride in the fact that you've done that. So yeah, if there's one piece of advice, I would say work hard, have no regrets, and believe in yourself. Because if you think something can happen, then just go and make it happen.
Brilliant. Thanks, Tara, for that.
No bother.
And that's Anderson Asks with Tara O'Hanlon, Manchester City.